What's up guys, Westhill Editing here, and today I'm going to be making a tutorial on the basics of After Effects, and it's pretty simple actually if you get used to nearly everything on After Effects. I don't know like everything about After Effects from let's say I don't know about, let's go to the window, I don't know about brushes. Well, I know about brushes. I don't know what mask interpolation is, metadata. Yeah, that's the only thing I don't know. But I'm going to be showing you guys like the basics of what I know as well. So let's get right into it. So basically, when you first enter After Effects, you should just be with something called the render queue. That should probably not be there. You should just start with this, and it should be a blank screen. You shouldn't be able to import your videos in. Well, you should be actually. And what you want to do is first click Composition, New Composition, and pick your aspect ratio. So if I put this down to 1280, that will automatically, that would automatically make that into 720. And if I have to change this, then it'll be vice versa. So change that. Oh God. And yeah, so you can change your frames per second. If you're recording Call of Duty with a HD PVR, then it should be recording at a 59.94 frames per second. So yeah, and if you have a Dazzle, it should be recording at 29.97 per second frames per second. And Call of Duty, when you're playing it on the screen, it plays at 60 frames per second. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down. Not necessarily up all the time, but sometimes, most of the time, it's down. If you want to lock the aspect ratio, that will stop the video moving from, stop the video coming out of the square that is the composition. So if there's something that's more than 1280 by 720 aspect ratio, then it would come out of the video. So if you're going to lock the aspect ratio, it's going to squeeze in the video, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, so and over here you can see how long you want to put the video, and right now you can change the background color. I like to keep it at a black because it's just standard. Just make sure it's all the way down to black. Yep, and anything else, you don't really need to get into advanced much, but what you see over here is your timeline. And if you run out of space while putting clips in, so say if your clip is about 15 seconds, then you've got to go into composition settings and change the duration so you've got more space. And the next thing I'm going to be showing you guys is, let's say, where is it? Let me just get one of my mates clips. Don't wanna watch it. Let's just drag it in. You can either drag it in or you could import it. Let me just drag it in. Yep, and it's importing. Let's just wait for that to happen. And basically, as soon as it's imported in, you can use it in your composition or your screen. And what I actually recommend all of you guys doing first is dragging down the clip into this little box here, and it will make its own composition. And a good thing, one second, you just want to name this main comp. It's not like you don't really need to do it, but you can you can if you want to. It will just stand out from the rest. So say if I was to drag this down into this little film thingy, just drag it in, it would make its own comp, and you can switch between comps by clicking each other. And the good thing, the good thing about okay, well, I kind of failed that, but it's alright. So the good thing about having a pre-comp is that you can look through the clips, and you can, we can alter the position, scale, before it even gets into the main comp. So if you change to 101, it will remove the black bars that the PVR leaves in for some reason. So as you guys can see, there's black outline around it. So you just want to make that into 101 to remove the black outline, and you can move it about yourself, make it smaller. So I'll undo that, and yeah, that's it for that. And another tip that you guys can do is if you haven't got a fast computer, and by fast I mean a proper like Intel Core i7 processor laptop or computer, or if you don't have a proper graphics card or at least 8 GB of RAM, then you can move this down to a quarter, which is what I always do. Or whenever I'm masking something, I put it to full. And if you start out with this, then you can just drag this down and change the pre-render quality to quarter as well. And what this panel does, it's basically, if you click this button, it's a RAM preview. So if I was to click it now, it would like frame by frame render out little pieces of the video, and sometimes this could take long depending on all the effects you have on. But what After Effects does, it tries to use like few bits of RAM off your laptop or computer, so that it can render out pieces of videos. And as you guys can see, it's rendering, and when it's pre-rendered out, you can drag this, the cursor across without it lagging. So see the difference between that and this, which is taking a long time to load. But this is alright. But whenever I'm not recording, it like goes along fluidly. And that's it for that part. Another thing that you want to know about is the panel you have over here on the top. So this is the text panel. You can put in text like there. Can't really see what that is, but I'll fix that. So you can add text, and this is your pen tool, your vertex tool, you can convert the vertex tool, and your mask feather tool. And this is the shape tool, so you can have a rounded rectangle. Let's try ellipsis, double click that, and you've got that. So you can add shapes and stuff, and what you have over here is basically what's on your video right now. So right now it's just the clip, and say if I was to put in, let's say, an adjustment layer, then that will be your adjustment layer there too. And what an adjustment layer is, it's basically, let's say if I had, for this period of time right over here, I've got an adjustment layer. This is basically where I can put all my effects and stuff. So let's put in, I don't know, let's put in color correction. That's actually looking alright by itself, but because we're extra, bringing out the red into the map, using the green, putting in a purplish color. It's finally going into the blue, making that into a nice color correction. And what I usually just leave alpha alone, because it really doesn't really add anything into it. So let's just, it's now the curve, the color correction is on top of the adjustment layer, so let's come off the adjustment layer and the color correction comes off. So like, you see the difference, dull, light, contrasted colors into nice dark color correction. That's the difference, and that's what an adjustment layer is. And we're kind of running out of time here, but this is your project panel, which allows you to see everything you've added in. So remember the solids I put in a few minutes ago, like the ellipse tool, like the circle I put in. Well, that's not there, but this is the adjustment layer I've got on my timeline, which I just deleted now. These are all the comps. So let's say you've put on your color correction onto this comp, you come onto the main comp, which got deleted, so let's name that into main comp, and you want to, let's say, drag in your clip which you put the color correction on, which isn't on right now for me. It will be exactly what you did over here, but say if you had lots of layers without the mess onto the main comp. And this is kind of like a little bit advanced, so if you're new to Adobe After Effects and you've been on Sony Vegas before, then you probably know what I'm talking about, not the voice crack. So yeah, so like, let's say if this is on the timeline, let's go into the composition which the clip's in. Let's say put curves on it. Yeah. Now let's go into the main comp and watch it change as well. See, it changed along with the composition which your clip was in. So yeah, that's just about it. I might make a part 2 to this video. So thanks for watching. Remember to comment, rate and subscribe.